ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Power Vacuum. I'm your host, Belmont, and I saw this headline, and I certainly hope it's true because that would be hilarious. This is from IGM.com. Hideo Kojima made significant changes to Death Stranding 2 because playtesters thought it was too good. He changed stuff in the script and the way some crucial stuff happens because he thought his work was not polarizing, which I can see this being true because Hideo Kojima is basically a mad scientist of video games. And if you've played the first Death Stranding, it is a very strange journey, right? The joke is that you're just an Amazon delivery driver or Amazon delivery person because you can drive, but you start off on foot. But you work for basically the futuristic version of Amazon, delivering supplies and setting up networks. I had more fun building the roads in the game, just collecting stuff to build the roads. I thought that was really cool, little weird side mission thing. But it's just a very awkward story and a very awkward game, and you can tell that the intent was to be as strange as possible. So let's see what he had. What IGN has to say on the matter. Death Stranding 2 on the beach, which is getting great reviews, by the way. Creator Hideo Kojima reportedly changed the game halfway through because playtesting results were too good, and he doesn't want his work to be mainstream. See, mm, that's a weird sentence to me because your game can be not mainstream and still be too good, but your game will never not be mainstream now because your first one was such a roaring success that anything you do from now on will probably be mainstream. I don't think Hideo Kojima knows what mainstream means. It probably has a different definition to him because, again, mad scientist, but crazy that he doesn't think his stuff is mainstream. The revelation comes from Johan Woodkid Lemoyne, who worked closely with Kojima on the upcoming game's soundtrack. Talking to Rolling Stone, Lemoyne talked about his process both with Kojima and without, and the challenges of writing music for a medium that's changing in real time as players progress through the game. Interestingly, he also reflected on Kojima opening up about the problem of having players like Death Stranding 2 too much. That means something is wrong, Kojima told him. We have to change something. That does sound like something he would say, though. I will give him that. But I wonder if this is the guy who made the album because I've been getting blasted with ads for Death Stranding 2 vinyl. Oh, excuse me. That's something in my throat. Or it's stuck in there, I should say. There's a key moment where we had a discussion, probably halfway through when we were doing the game, where he came to me and he said, "We have a problem," Woodkid explained. Then he said, "I'm going to be very honest, and we have been testing the game with players, and the results are too good. They like it too much. That means something is wrong. We have to change something." And he changed stuff in the script and the way some crucial stuff happens in the game because he thought it was his work was not polarizing and not triggering enough emotions. According to Kojima, if everyone likes your work, it means it's mainstream. It means it's conventional. It means it's already pre-digested for people to like it. I disagree with that statement. This is where the mad scientist is coming in or coming out of him. Uh, you made a successful game with with your own studio. Death Stranding was a successful game. There's no hiding it. I was hesitant to play it, but when they released it on Xbox, I was like, you know what? I'm going to give it a shot. It's the Ultimate Edition. It was a very odd game. I had fun playing it. I never beat it, mostly because I got bored with it. I don't know if that was his intention or if I'm the polarizing audience that he wants, but to say that it's pre-digested or conventional is mainstream is a misunderstanding of what mainstream is. You don't get to decide what mainstream is as a creator. The audience does. And something becomes mainstream when it's liked by the vast majority of people. Well, if you look at the reviews for Death Stranding 2, it's mainstream. The vast majority of people like it. I think IGN gave it a 7 because, that's what they do. I don't know if they mentioned that in this, but yeah, Death Stranding is now a mainstream title. You're never going to escape that, Kojima. I hope you understand that. You've made a popular game that people want to play. You are a popular game maker. People want to play your games. You are mainstream. As unconventional and ridiculous as your stuff is, you're still a mainstream game developer. You're just going to be one. You're too popular not to be. I don't want that, Kojima told Lemoyne. I want people to end up liking things they didn't like when they first encountered it because that's where you really end up loving something. I will say when I first encountered Death Stranding as my friend's house on his PlayStation, I didn't like it. I was like, this game looks boring and dumb, and the combat looks kind of wonky and not refined. But then when I played it, I was like, all right, it's less boring than I thought, and delivering stuff isn't as tedious or nonsensical as it first seemed when I was watching my friend play it. So it got me there. I just couldn't finish the game because it's kind of a snooze fest. And there's no challenge to it. So it's not a difficult game. Maybe this one's more difficult, but the first one's just not difficult. Woodkid added that was really a lesson for him, convincing him not doing stuff to please people, but to make them shift a little bit and move them. Not long to go now. Death Stranding 2 is out on June 26th. So this article. So why am I seeing so many reviews? This must be early playtesters. I've seen tons of reviews for this thing. So June 26th is the mass release, I guess. Hideo Kojima is also working on a live-action Death Stranding film with A24, and we recently learned that a Death Stranding anime is in the works too. Ugh. So I don't know what the film's going to be because the game is almost a film already, and you've got it loaded with actual actors and whatnot. An anime could work because you could actually like do the ridiculous shit or set it up as to how things went down. I don't know. He's also working on a PlayStation exclusive action espionage project called Fizzant and called the upcoming Xbox published OD, a game I have always wanted to make. Earlier this month, the U.S. Entertainment Software Rating Board suggested Death Stranding 2 players will be able to bash stuff to death with a guitar. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Another ad for the vinyl. I've been seeing a lot of these. I don't know why I'm being targeted with them. But yeah, there you have it. Some off the wall, ridiculous comment from Kojima that I absolutely believe he would say. I do think he's mistaken about mainstream. I think he just thinks mainstream is something different in his mind than what fans and other people think mainstream is because his shit's mainstream. He's a highly sought after game developer, and whatever he makes, people are going to play. That's just the end of the story. And that's all I really have for this article. This is your host, Belmont, signing out.